Continue our team coverage this morning, and we're starting with Cal Day. He is live down in McAlester this morning, right outside of the state penitentiary where the execution is scheduled to take place. Cal?
Leanne, Dave, if you've been following our coverage, you've seen that we've been right up against the Oklahoma State Penitentiary. Here in the last 10 to 15 minutes, we have been pushed back about 50 yards further towards the Pittsburgh County Sheriff's Office here on this road here. You can see right now that security personnel here outside the prison have set up these barricades and have people monitoring this area to see who can get closer to the prison. Now, I am told that this was also the procedure they did for the October 28th execution that also happened here at the prison in McAlester, but this has just been a recent development, and they're now watching and seeing who is coming through this area to get closer to the prison. Of course, death row prisoner Julius Jones is scheduled to be put to death today for a crime he was convicted of almost 2 decades ago. Edmond businessman Paul Howell was shot and killed during a carjacking in front of 3 family members, including his 2 daughters, back in 1999. Jones was among the 2 men arrested when police found the murder weapon at his home he was staying in. Now, following Howell's murder, Jones and Christopher Jordan were charged with first-degree murder. Jordan pleaded guilty in 2001 in exchange for a 30-year sentence to testify against Julius Jones. Meanwhile, Jones was found guilty of Howell's murder a year later and sentenced to death. Jones has maintained his innocence from the beginning. His team and supporters claim racial bias in the jury and say Jones was at his parents' house when that murder happened. Christopher Jordan also repeatedly told cellmates in prison that he did frame Julius Jones. There are also questions about the DNA testing involved in this case. Now, Jones applied for commutation back in 2019, and the Oklahoma Pardon and Parole Board recommended clemency in a 3-to-1 vote earlier this month. The board also recommended a commutation of his sentence to life with parole. Now, again, barring a last-minute intervention from Oklahoma Governor Kevin Stitt, Jones will be executed via lethal injection this afternoon at 4 o'clock right here at the Oklahoma State Penitentiary. Live in McAlester this morning, Cal Day, Oklahoma's Own News on 6.